from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Kansas City. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Argo 43! 43!
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Yellow. Go on, 80. Right side.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Chiefs have 4-12 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Mahomes now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. And go.
Throwing to start the drive. Jefferson. A throw over the middle, caught by Bryant. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play. From scrimmage. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
Ready.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey to the 43, 2nd down. Now these 2 teams have met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. from the 43. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Get it.
Again, it's Harvey. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready up.
Back to throw. Jefferson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Here we go. Start.
Going quickly onto the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Looking to throw. Jefferson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Touchdown, Broncos! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 10.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Yellow, yellow.
Now Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
Slot man moves right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and they end up making the play.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. 60 by 6.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Ready.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
33-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And now they'll shift things around. Second and 9 now. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10
Yellow.
at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2nd and 9.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. Setting up the screen, Harris. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled for just a short gain.
They hand this off to Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. That one caught by Rice. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. That's a line. Hey, rip list.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashad Bateman from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Broncos 7. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
79 Broncos, 60 Vikings, 19 Lions. Trap 50, trap 50.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Let's go now.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From just shy of midfield, here's second and 9. Off the play fake. Jefferson. Throw inside is complete on the diving effort. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl? Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Clinton. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Second down and 3.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Toss to Harvey, running right. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6.
Ready?
On first down, back to Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Hurt. Pat the 60, pat the 60. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Jefferson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from capturing the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. And Mahomes will do it himself. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now second down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
That is caught with Sean Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mahomes now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that'll keep this a one-point game.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Okay, ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Jefferson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Here we go. Here we go. 19, 18.
Looking to throw. Jefferson. He'll try to pick it up himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that'll do it for the end of the the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a roll, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch, as that play good for 30 and a first.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On play action, it's Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going deep for Bateman. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Come on, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Jefferson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Tap the 60. Tap the 60.
Off play action. Jefferson. Now he's going to step up and run. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is third and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third and 12.
Get it. Steady.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
Here we go. Set.
They'll try it now with Harvey. And he will have it first down at about the 21-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Broncos. First down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw. Jefferson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
That's caught. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Operating from the gun, Jefferson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Well, that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A punt at 46, a return of 5. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Okay, break. Ready.
The slot man in motion right.
Go.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Operating from the gun, Jefferson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. George Karlaftis. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And his kick is good. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw out wide is incomplete.
How about some applause? For the defense there, they forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. A good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this pass caught by Gray. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a game at 16. 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Broncos 24. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
On the handoff, Harvey. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Back to throw now on 1st down. takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one.
19.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. On the give, it's Hardy. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 8. Brian has it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Second down, goal to go. He'll try again. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They'll come up now on second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And with that last reception, we have just witnessed an NFL record. He's gone over 1,964 yards receiving now on the year as he moves past 2012 Calvin Johnson for the most in one season in NFL history. When you think about it, for a league that's been around for over 100 years. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes to throw it. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Yellow.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Mahomes will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow. Now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Chiefs 35, Broncos 31. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 left. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week,